Welcome back to another episode on Madder Customs. Today's a little bit different. We're at the workshop. I've left Trav behind. He needs to crack on with a load of extra work. And I'm in the C63 Edition 507, which has finally come out of hibernation after what seems like a forever winter. And I'm now heading down to Regal Autosport down in Hampshire. These guys are going to be fitting a Waytrack LSD to this car. And while I was on the phone to Dom there, booking it in, he managed to convince me for a little bit of extra work, which we'll come to later in the video. I just cannot wait to get this thing fitted. I used to have a C63, not the Edition 507. That had the factory fitted Mercedes LSD, and the difference, genuinely, really noticeable. This thing just cannot get the power down without spinning a wheel and making the car go a bit squirrely all over the road. So really genuinely excited to have this fitted. So for me, it's about a 4-hour journey. I'm one Starbucks cortado down, and I've got quite a way to go still. So I really need to be there in about 3 hours. So we'll see you guys on the road. This C63 I've owned for around about 18 months. I mentioned earlier that I'd had another C63, the non-edition 507, before. That was involved in a pretty bad accident. The guy in a VW Tiguan pulled across me. I was doing 50 miles an hour, pretty much dead on, and he must have been doing, well, I should think about 15 to 20 miles an hour, so a combined impact of well over 60 miles an hour. Wrote both cars off. Testament to German build quality though. We were both, well, pretty stiff and shaken up, but we were both walking around without any injuries really whatsoever, so really lucky in that front. But I did vow that if ever I saw an Edition 507 come for sale in an estate in a right hand drive disguise, I was gonna have it. And roll forward about 12 months and this one came up for sale. So there were around, I think it was 24 UK right hand drive spec Edition 507s in an estate disguise registered in the UK. So it's a pretty unusual car. I've never seen an estate one at all. So yeah, as soon as I saw it, had to go get it. Always been a big fan of estate cars with unnecessarily big engines. The RS4, RS6 always appealed to me. However, the C63 just had that raw, I think that 6.2 normally aspirated engine just always appealed to me. There's loads of power the whole way through the rev range, and this thing's outrageously loud when you get it up on the higher end of the revs. Maybe it's a testament to an insight to my personality, who knows. Anyway, cannot wait to get this LSD fitted because I know it's going to make a world of difference to how this thing performs. So just pulled up at Regal Autosport down in Hampshire, and I was hoping to get a little bit of footage of the car coming in the workshop, but understandably they've got insurance policies which don't cover the likes of me poking around under cars, under ramps, which is absolutely fine. So we're going to leave this car here now for a couple of days. I'm due back here, in 2 days time. So hopefully we'll get some footage of when this thing is all finished up, and we can show you the extra bit of work which I got talked into having done.
Here we are back at Regal, and they've got their Delta Integralia. One of the lads was talking to me about this the other day. Get a proper soft spot for these things. Oh, one day. But for today, here it is. It's looking a bit dirty. I'm guessing it's had a quick test ride.
Okay, so I might have mentioned that we had a bit of extra work done as well as the LSD onto the C63, and I decided to go for a Miltech secondary cat delete. So I didn't want this thing to sound like super crazy. There are some YouTube videos floating around of these things sounding absolutely insane.
Run. Surprise, motherfucker!
And I didn't want that. I want this to still be a usable car. So if I'm going to do a couple of 100 miles, it's not just going to be droning really loudly, but I did just want to have that just opened up noise a little bit more. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this thing sounds like. Yeah, I haven't started it up. I've just literally just paid my bill and chucked my bags in the back of the car, and I got the sun leaning right in front of me. So yeah, now I'm going to put the camera down and start this thing up. We're going to see what this sounds like with the Miltech secondary cat delete. mate, as you can see from the smile on my face, happy customer. So it sounds awesome, not too obnoxious, but definitely a lot more ground on that exhaust note. Wasn't know what to expect. To be honest with you, it's always hard to pick it up on camera, exactly what these things sound like, unless you see them in real life. You'd never really fully know. But I must say, initial impressions are really, really impressed. So just can't wait to drive this thing now. I hope you guys got that on video. Unfortunately, this snow storm has just come out of nowhere, and hopefully it didn't ruin that shot. But I just did a launch control, or a race start as Mercedes called it, just down the road, and instantly could feel the difference with the wave track diff. This thing just used to spin up one wheel all the time, and with an LSD on it, you could really, really notice the power. Well, just transferred to both wheels and just push you in a straight line. The tyres are cold. I let the engine warm up, but the tyres are cold, so traction was pretty minimal. But you could definitely notice the difference. As I said, I used to have one of these, the non-edition 507 with a limited slip diff, and it was a huge difference, a huge step down going to the open diff. So really, really pleased with that, and I'm really hoping that that sound came through on the camera all right. Just before the wind started hitting, there were trees and bits of all sorts coming all down the road, and as you can probably see from behind me, this is the end of March. It's the 31st of March today. Last week everyone was in shorts. Crazy. Must be global warming. So got in late last night, went to go see a couple of friends as I drove through the city, because I had some friends who've got a driving group together on a WhatsApp chat, and they're all off on a Euro trip in the next couple of weeks. I'm really, really gutted because I can't go, but I met up with them for a quick drink last night and a bite to eat. And I'm now heading into the workshop. I go see Trav, show him what we've done on the C63, so really looking forward to that. But before I do that, I've just jumped in the car. I'm going to open the boot for full effect, but everybody likes a cold start. So here we go. Oh, just tell me you just don't love that noise. How are we looking?
Yeah, you alright, mate? Yeah. Yeah, about there, you'll be alright. That is naughty, isn't it?
Mate, what do you reckon?
Wow, mate, that sounds awesome. Are you happy with it?
Oh. No. No, it's honestly, it's transformed the car.
Mate, totally, that sounds epic.
It's so yeah, it was a Miltech secondary cat delete, and yeah, the lads just talked me into it. I didn't need a lot of convincing.
That wasn't very hard, was it?
No. Can you set us louder?
Oh, 100%, mate. Yeah.
You can?
Yeah, noticeably.
Yeah.
No, it sounds awesome.
And the nice thing about it was, because I didn't want a system that was going to be so loud that if you're doing like a couple of 100 miles, it just drones.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there are these systems out there, I've seen these full systems, mate, they're just so loud.
Just annoying.
Yeah.
Really, isn't it?
But this, mate, when you're doing 70 miles an hour, you'd never really know it was there.
No.
Motorway cruising.
I was sceptical, I'll say.
Were you?
Well, you're just in a cat delete, aren't you? So I wasn't sure how much difference it would make, but that's made a lot more than I thought it was going to make.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, really good. Happy with it, like overall, from like Regal side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Little setup.
Yeah, good guys. I mean, it was a shame we couldn't get some filming down there, but you know, insurance issues and stuff like that, which is a real shame. But they've done the LSD.
Well, we've got some nice weather today, so.
Yeah, I know, mate. I can't wait to get out on that. I did a launch control outside their workshop, but
Good old smoky boy.
mate, it was snowing yesterday. Would you believe it? But the difference a day makes.
Oh, right. No, we didn't get that up here.
Mate, so paintwork wise, what we got to do?
Get someone else. I'm joking.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so both sides of the doors are a different colour, aren't they? Like out in the sunlight.
Yeah, massive shading difference. And the
yeah.
rear bumper's ridiculous,
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's like, it's a yard out, isn't it?
So, mate, well, yeah, I mean, by the time we get round it and start pulling it apart, we're into it anyway, aren't we? We might as well make it a nice one.
Yeah, and they fluffed up under the bonnet. They've painted over the bump stops. There's a bolt missing on one side. Obviously, it's like it had a front end repaint at some point, just badly.
Yeah, but it's like anything with these, isn't it? When you get into it, we'll unearth some more. But that's what we're here to do, sort it out. At least it'll be probably be the cleanest 507 by the time we're finished with it.
Do you think so?
I'd like to think so, wouldn't we?
Hopefully. Give it a quick mop over.
Colour change? Not on the cards, keep it white.
I've thought about it, but because there's only 24 edition 507s made,
Well, yeah, I suppose.
I did think a very nice like Lambo green.
Be cool, wouldn't it?
It would be cool, but I don't think I could do it to this.
Cool from my point of view, you painted it.
Yeah, no, mate, no, I don't think I could.
Not cool from your missus' point of view, though.
No, she'd never, well, I can barely get her in it anyway, so, but yeah, definitely not. No, definitely not. So that wraps up the video on the Edition 507 Merc. Huge thanks to Regal Autosport for all the work they've done on it. If you don't already, make sure you go give them a follow on the socials.
And currently on site we have an Audi S6 which is undergoing some paintwork, which we're going to be bringing as a 2-part series to the channel, which is dropping next, so stay tuned for that.
And mate, while you're getting some primer on, I'm going to take this in for a spin.
Have some fun, mate.